Great seeing my next guest back in action. He's going to be taking on Omar Morales coming up here at UFC 266 on September 25th. It is Jonathan Pearce back here on the program. JSP, how's it going, man?
It's going great. How y'all doing?
Doing great. Good to see you back, man. I know it's been a bit. When did you find out about this fight?
I'd say about 6 weeks ago. I knew 6 weeks out, 7 weeks out from the actual fight.
Okay, that makes sense. Supposed to fight Gabriel Benitez earlier this year. I know he misses weight. Was it just a matter of they couldn't get you back on a card, or what? Why was it such a long time to get you this fight book?
I don't know. Honestly, that I think they're just trying to fight other fights that, other people that were in line. The UFC's overbooked right now, and they're cutting people left and right. So I think that's the big gamble, because each weekend they're having like 14. Like, I think the fights went up actually in the amount of number of fights on the card, and they just told me, when it's your turn, we'll get back to you, and I told them, like, anybody will sign that contract, I'll fight them. I just need a fight, and it's worth the wait. UFC 266, baby.
Yeah, big card. I mean, I guess that's how you kind of have to look at it, is even though you didn't get to fight, you're still on this mega card, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And have a tough opponent that I feel like will showcase my skills and allow us to broadcast to where we want to go.
How do you feel like you match up against him here? He's got an 11-1 record. What do you know about him?
I've never seen a striker out wrestle a wrestler.
That's true.
Never. It just never happens. So, classical style. Not that I don't have hands. Like, I have a lot of knockouts, a lot of TKOs. I just think more of my striking game comes from once I got you in a bad position. Once you're on the cage, or like, say we're coming out of a scramble off the takedown. I think that's where my stand-up really shines.
And in terms of training camp, who are you getting to work with? Who have been some of the bodies in the gym with you?
So I got Mark Manson. Like, he just came in for his camp. Zombie had just came in for his camp. I did my camp. Henry's got a camp coming up, but really kind of the main focus is on me. And then we had I think Kevin, he's going to fight this weekend in the UFC. He came down. But for the most part, like, I've been training with Henry Corrales, and we just bodies on bodies. I've been ready for this for 2 years now. So
good stuff, man. What's the vibe like in the gym, especially after Mark's big win? I know it was a long time coming for him with everything he's been through to get a big win like that over Clay Guida. I think
the name really says it. Fight ready. You come here to get ready for a fight. We ain't, this is kind of like Michael Jordan stuff. Like, you got to compete on our level, or you're not going to be able to stay in here. It's not a huge team, but every dude that's in there is a solid dude, like beating top 15 guys, So if you can hang, then you're going to get better there. And that's what I really like about it. We're just there to grind and get it done,
As far as the weight cut goes, how's all that going ahead of the fight?
I'm good for 45. I've always been a natural 45er, just never felt like the money was right until I got in the UFC. So that's when I cut down to 45. Kind of like, can't think of his name, Oliveira. He was like, a lot of people don't think I can get down to 45, but I'm actually naturally a 45er. I'm just, a big 45er.
Okay, there you go. And who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
Eddie Chaw, Hunter Santino.
Nice. And how do you see the fight playing out on September 25th? I know you feel like you're going to get your hand raised, but how do you envision the fight playing out?
I think neither one of us has fought in front of a live crowd in a long time. So I think, there'll be some nerves or some big misses in the beginning in the first, and then we're going to hone in. And I think the second round, I'll finish them.
Where does a win over Omar Morales put you in the grand scheme of things, do you think? Because this is a pretty formidable opponent, like you mentioned.
Where I should have been if I wouldn't have got my shoulder torn out when I fought Joe Lozon.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, kind of just keep that going. And I imagine you want to get one more in this year, or are you kind of looking more towards next year?
It just depends. I see this being a banger, man. I see this one being for the fans because he's not going to back down. I'm not going to back down. We're both contender guys. I think this is one for the books. I think this is one to build a name off of. Like, win, lose, or draw, like, this one's going to keep you in the house because, like, why couldn't you tell that? How could you tell that fight no? You know, like, that's what everyone comes for. So I think that's the type of fight we're going to have.
What about downtime? We saw your dog over here, I'm sure, going for nice walks, although it is pretty warm out in Arizona, man. I wouldn't want to be going outside too much, but what's downtime looking like right now?
Dude, there's no balance in this game. If you want to be the best, you got to work the most.
For sure. But no TV before you go to bed or anything like that? No video games?
Oh, yeah. I'd spoil myself. Like, I have downtime. Downtime's good, but dude, the whole time I'm just focused, like, thinking about the fight. Anything I do, I'm thinking, envisioning that win in the stands. You know, it's gonna be loud. There's gonna be like, I don't know how many people that place holds, but definitely gonna be sold out. So all I can think about is this. This is like a birthday for me. So.
Okay. What about you mentioned Netflix? What was the last thing you watched? Do you remember anything good you've seen recently?
Oh, I watched. I liked what was it? Money Heist. I like the Money Heist.
Yeah, you recommend it? I haven't seen it yet. It's pretty good.
I do recommend it. How many seasons does it have? It has a couple seasons, 4, 5.
Okay.
It's really good.
Gotta get into it. I'll tell you what else is really good. This fight, man, September 25th, UFC 266. Jonathan, thanks so much for the time, man. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
Man, I have so many sponsors, and it's hard to list them all, but I want to thank Fairtex. I want to thank all my coaches, man. Without my coaches, I couldn't be here. They put so much into me, and you know, I'm gonna put it all out there on this one. This is what's gonna put my name out there.